What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar and welcome to the first VGC video I'm doing on the channel. So realistically, as you can see, I'm not a Master Ball tier. However, I've pretty much done so much on Showdown that I'm confident that I'll get there within a few, maybe by the end of tomorrow. So totally happy with that. But we are going to be using the team that I did in the video just a little bit ago. If you did not watch that, please go watch it. This team is really good and I love it a lot and I'm super proud of it, so please go give that a view. I'm going to try passing this to some of my buddies who are pretty big in the scene, letting them try it out and seeing how they do. So we're going up against Zero, rank 8. Let's see what they're bringing. So they have okay, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. They have a Grimmsnarl, they have a Whimsicott, and they have an Arcanine. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see the ideal lead of this. And then I kind of sort of want to bring Rillaboom. Kind of want to bring Rillaboom, and I also kind of want to bring Dracovish. Because my opponent doesn't have a good water resist. Outside of their own Dracovish, but I can knock that off. I can crunch it. I can burn it. So that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be the ideal lead situation. If they lead off with Grimmsnarl, you're going to see that I fake it out first. If it's running a little speed, it's going to be very good for me. Okay. So if they lead off with Whimsicott plus Arcanine, you're going to see that I'm going to fake out the Whimsicott first. And then I'm going to start... oh, they lead off with Grimmsnarl. Duraludon. Perfect. So the reason why I say this is perfect, because what I can do is I can just fake out plus Max Steel Spike. Can fake out Grimmsnarl. And then we can Max Steel Spike the Grimmsnarl, get that thing off the field before it even has a chance to set up screens. My opponent will probably Dynamax with the Duraludon here. If they don't, that means that my Dynamax Duraludon is going to take... if I had to guess, it's not going to take that much damage from just a regular Draco. But I have a feeling they are going to Max Wormwind, which is fine. As I said, I'm then going to probably knock it off to get rid of its item. But we're going to be at +1 defense, which is really good. And yeah, as you can see, we are faster than Grimmsnarl, which is huge. Break any form of Sash, and then we get off the Max Steel Spike, get up to plus... Oh my god. Such a good lead combo. Such a freaking good lead combo. And we still have our Focus Sash intact from... So either we keep our Focus Sash intact from Sableye, or we take a little bit of damage. As you're going to see, this is going to do a decent chunk because that is definitely Specs damage. So I'm going to Max Wormwind plus knock off the Duraludon to ensure that it can't just keep firing off Specs Dragon Pulses versus me. However, once I do that, it'll be in range of Vicious Rend after a Quash. So that'll be pretty nice. I might Quash plus Max Wormwind. Goes into Silvally, which is Silvally Rock. Looks like maybe fighting. We'll have to check it. Silvally Ground. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to still knock off the Duraludon, and then I'm going to Max Wormwind the Duraludon, because that'll lower the attack of Silvally if it goes for a multi-attack ground move. I'm already at +1 defense, and I think that's a really good play. Getting rid of the Specs, getting off some good damage with it, it's gonna go pretty well. And we still have our Fake Out Pressure in the back, plus our Dracovish, which is huge. Sorry that it just lagged there for a second. I have no idea what's going on. Sometimes it does that, though. OBS is a little weird sometimes. So my opponent's going to Dynamax probably their Duraludon here. They might Dynamax their Silvally to get the ground. Nope, Duraludon. Okay. So I'm still going to get to knock off the specs, which is really good for whenever it loses its Dynamax form. Goes for the multi-attack. Actually did a decent chunklet. So... I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. I'm trying to think of what I want to do because I can Will-O-Wisp the Silvally, or I can Quash plus Vicious Rend. Ooh, it's vested. Okay, that's good. That's good. So I think I'm going to go into Rillaboom. Yeah, I'm going to go into Rillaboom. Because what I can do is I can fake out. Or do I... I'm trying to think. I kind of want to burn the Duraludon plus Drum Beating. This is a difficult situation because I've actually never faced a Silvally before. I kind of want to Will-O-Wisp the Silvally because it went for multi-attacks. That means it's probably physical. And then I think I'm just going to... high horsepower the Duraludon. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Once I Will-O-Wisp, I have a feeling that it's going to actually protect. The Silvally is going to protect. So... being able to do a lot of damage to the Duraludon no matter what's really good. Get off the Wisp. So that thing's going to be doing no damage because it's at -1 attack. It's burned. And it goes for a U-turn. Okay. Let's see what his last mon is. Because that means that Dracovish can actually have a really good time. Because once I put this thing in range, after this high horsepower, it'll die to Vicious Rend. And then I can Quash Vicious Rend everything. I don't know what's taking my opponent so long. They don't really have, like, many choices. I've already knocked out one thing, so they only have 3 Pokemon. Okay. Ooh, that's great damage. That is phenomenal damage, actually. I think it's a defense boost. Okay. I think I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn Dracovish and then high horsepower Duraludon. That'll pick up. That'll pretty much seal the game because Dracovish can't really do a whole lot once it's burned. And the Silvally is also burned. Ooh, okay. Pulls a double. Is he going to attack my Sableye again? Doesn't matter, he's going to die, right? There we go. Now we can still get off the burn on the Dracovish and kill the Silvally with Drum Beating. I might focus down the Dracovish, actually. I might focus down the Dracovish. Dracovish, whatever. Because My Vicious Rend is going to knock this thing out whether I'm boosted or not. It'll take multiple hits for him to knock me out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Will-O-Wisp plus, I think, Knockoff to get rid of a potential band. And I think that's what I'm going to do. And I land the Will-O-Wisp. Sableye, you are so freaking loyal. You're loyal. You are a loyal Pokemon. Gonna go for the Rock Slide. Oh my god, please don't. Thank you. So that thing was probably banded. Yep. Anyway, for Vicious Rend. And he doesn't even outspeed my Rillaboom, which is kind of sort of massive. Because of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quash and drum beating the Silvally. So that way he can't flinch down my Rillaboom. At least not yet. Yeah, so we'll quash Silvally. And then we will drum beating Silvally. If it clicks protect, it's whatever. He can't really do a lot to me with Dracovish at this point. Band is gone, and there he goes. He forfeits. So that is pretty much how the team works. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it until we get the next video, and I will be right back. Okay, and we have another trainer. We did rank up from that battle, which is pretty cool. So my opponent has the Wolfie team. You're going to see perfectly that I do this plus this. And then I think I'm going to bring Rillaboom plus Weezing in the back. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, typically what people are going to do is they're going to try to surf immediately. And I just fake out the Weavile, and then I Vicious Rend the Colossal. Doesn't ever matter. And that's amazing. If they go hard into Gastrodon, I'm still in a fine position. I just protect and then go into my Rillaboom. And Rillaboom is probably going to end up being what I Dynamax this game. This is exactly what I expected the lead off to be. Now, if they do go directly into Gastrodon, totally fine. As I said, I protect and go hard into my Pokemon, my Rillaboom. So we fake out plus Vicious Rend, and it's going to pick up the KO. This is such, like, Sableye is so good. Like, it is so unbelievably good, and I'm surprised that I haven't seen more people using it in VGC 2020. It was used a lot back in, I feel like it was used a, and see, like, look, they're not even going to switch out into Gastrodon. I feel like it was used quite a bit in certain metas. I can't remember what meta it was, but I feel like pretty much this exact same strategy was. You just quash whatever you want to go before. And this is kind of where having a Dragon move would be nice, because then what I can do is I can just, I can Dragon move. Like, I can quash the Weavile and then Dragon move it, but it's fine. And that picks up the KO. Phenomenal, and I wouldn't be surprised if my opponent just either DC'd or left. Happens quite often. If they don't go into Gastrodon here, then that's pretty much a free victory for Dracovish. But they do go into Gastrodon, which is totally fine. I'm going to hard swap into Rillaboom plus protect. And then you're going to see I'm going to Dynamax Rillaboom and then drum beating the Gastrodon, and it's going to just fall over. And if he Dynamaxes, he's wasting his Dynamax. And that's pretty much all I need. But he's not going to Dynamax, he's going to stay in. He's more likely going to Surf plus either Earth Power or Scald the Sableye slot, which is now the Rillaboom. And he did go for the Earth Power, which is fine. He gets a Spadef drop, which kind of sucks, but it should still be fine. Because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dynamax, I'm going to Drum Beating, and I think I'm going to Crunch the Gastrodon just in case he switches into something else, which he does not, which is phenomenal for me. Versus an opponent that was really skilled, I would expect him to go into something else. However, my opponent doesn't have much else that they want to switch into the combination of these two. If they go into Togekiss, they're pretty much screwed because I can Vicious Rend that. Yeah, like they can protect, that's fine, but as you're going to see, Storm Drain, it's going to activate. This is going to kill through Rindo. Like every time without fail, this kills through Rindo. Unless he's fully Fizz-Def, I guess. Which he's not. And that's pretty much the way that I deal with this type of team. I go into Rillaboom, and then if it forces out the Gastrodon, meaning that I get to hit even harder with my Dracovish, and they can't bring it in safely versus me. So we're in a really good scenario. Get to hit him off with a really big Crunch. And now my opponent is locked into Surf with a Weavile plus one other Pokemon, which is not that good. If my opponent goes into Togekiss here, it's fine. If they go into... I think if they went into Drill, it would be a little bit better. Because I can just Max Quake it, and then I'll be fine. Yeah. Yep, and they have Drill in the back. And that's typically what people do whenever they see a... I'm going to Protect. Whenever they see a Galarian Weezing, and there goes the battle. So another game down shows that this team can actually do well against most things. It forces your opponent to go away from their intended strategy whenever they go into the game. So a really, really fun team. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and pause until we get into the next game, and I will be right back. Alrighty, and we found another trainer versus West. Okay, and this is the type of team that is the scariest, to be honest with you guys. So, Ferrothorn plus Gastrodon is definitely coming. Which means I want to bring Rillaboom plus Arcanine in the back. It's just a matter of what I want to bring in the front. And I think I want it to be Dracovish plus Duraludon. Yeah. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So the reason why I'm bringing Arcanine and Rillaboom in the back is because basically by leading Dracovish, it's going to force my opponent to switch out of their main Pokemon, whatever it is, and go into either Gastrodon or Ferrothorn, and my Arcanine plus Rillaboom deal with both of them in the back. So that's the idea behind that. And they're unable to reliably stay in with me versus Rotom Heat unless they do hard switch into their Excadrill plus Rotom. Okay, this is a fine lead for me. What I can do, I think I'm going to Protect plus Max Wormwind. I think I'm going to Max Wormwind the Rotom. And I think I'm going to hard crunch the Excadrill because I'm expecting that to switch out for Ferrothorn or Gastro. And that's what I'm going to do. If they don't switch out here, that means that they did not bring those. And that means that my Dracovish is just going to have a field day right now. And even if they didn't bring them, my Arcanine plus Rillaboom in the back can beat down the plethora of what my opponent brought. So they're going to Dynamax, I assume, with Rotom. Ooh, with Drill? If this thing isn't jolly, then my Duraludon will outspeed. I'm going to get off a Max Wormwind on the Rotom. And that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. because it's also going to lower the attack of the Excadrill. Man, imagine if I led off with Sableye plus Dracovish. That would have been phenomenal. Volt Switch. They're probably going to go into... That looks really offensive. They're probably going to go into either... probably going to go into Gastro here. T-Tar. Okay. I don't understand that. I'm going to keep my Dracovish around. I do get off a nice chunk of damage. I'm going to max Steel Spike the T-Tar because it is in range now. And then I'm going to pull a hard switch into my Rillaboom. Because then, like, let's say that I give T-Tar the whatever, I'll still be fine. And also, if I do kill the T-Tar, I can actually fake out the Rotom next turn, and I can get off another max Wormwind, and I'll be sitting pretty. Because I can high horsepower the Excadrill next turn. Man, if I let off with Sableye plus Dracovish, jeez. So he does go for the Protect, which is fine. Goes for Max Quake. He's probably going to hit my Duraludon, which he does, which is fine. I take 2, especially after the defense boost. Now, his T-Tar is definitely going to take this and get his weakness policy activated. However, he's not going to be able to take a high horsepower. He can't take a drum beating either. And he's not even weakness policy. So I think I'm going to drum beating the T-Tar. And then max Wormwind the Drill. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because that'll kill the T-Tar. I don't need to fake out. Because like, it's not going to do enough chip damage to the T-Tar anyway. So it's not worth it. But I do need to weaken this Excadrill just a little bit more. And he's going to switch out. Is he going into Rotom? He is going into Rotom. It's a little bit less than ideal. He's going to go for another Max Quake. Because this is now going to do close to 0. I'm not in a good spot with this one, boys. I'm not in a good spot at all. However, I think I need to double sack here. I think I need to go into my Dracovish plus my... I need to go into my Dracovish and I need to sack off my Duraludon. Yeah, we'll try this, because if he misses high horsepower, I get off a large chunk of damage off on the Rotom. And Rillaboom plus Arcanine can still bring this back. This is a difficult matchup. Okay, that's fine. What did he attack? Sweet. And that's going to pop his berry, which is fine. He overheated the Dracovish, which I do not live, unfortunately. However, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but he wasn't a berry on Rotom. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now fake out the drill. And then Dragon Pulse the Rotom. Because I don't want to miss. And that'll ensure that I kill the Rotom while also making sure the drill can't attack me this turn. And that's going to be really good. Because now next turn he has to choose what he's going to sack off. Like he either has to sack off his drill or he has to go into his T-Tar to save his drill from being sacked off. I'm excited to see what his last Pokemon is. Because I can definitely still bring this back. If he goes into T-Tar here, Gastrodon. Ooh, okay. This is good. This is very, very good. I'm going to Dragon Pulse the Gastrodon. Because his Excadrill's at -2 attack. And then I'm going to High Horsepower the Excadrill. If he goes into a T-Tar, I get to kill the T-Tar. And realistically, that's still fine. Because I can protect High Horsepower. He's going to withdraw and go into his T-Tar. Sweet. And he's probably going to attack my Duraludon. Which it is going to kill. Actually, it might not. No, that didn't even kill. What? That's insane. And that is going to kill. Nice. We brought it back, boys. We brought it back. That's phenomenal. Rillaboom is so cool. I wish I could run Protect on it, but I need Knockoff to be able to hit Dragapults. I also need Knockoff to be able to hit other ghost types, like Dusclops, because Dusclops is actually really good. You guys are going to see that if this is Spadef Gastrodon, which is pretty common. Also, we know he's not Weakness Policy T-Tar, so we can do that. Plus that. And this isn't going to pick up the double KO, because Tyranitar is dummy thick on the Spadef side in the sand. But it is going to get, like, this Gastrodon's going to drop. If it's Spadef. Because he is Rindo. They're all Rindo. If this is Spadef, it's dropping. Okay, so that's Fizdef, it looks like. But it's fine. So I get to go into Arcanine, and I get to close combat. And he misses the Icy Wind on Rillaboom. That sucks. And he doesn't even knock out my Duraludon. Yeah, I don't think I lose much from just drum beating, flash cannoning again. So we flash cannon. I considered putting on Wood Hammer on this set. However, the issue with that is that you take a bunch of recoil. And if you couldn't tell, you kind of need Rillaboom healthy to be able to live certain hits. But, is he just going to alternate Protect? Get off this nice and powerful Flash Cannon. Super in range. And he's going to go for the Rock Slide. He's going to miss on my Duraludon. This homeboy is hella unlucky. But now I get to Drum Beating and Flash Cannon again. And I lose nothing from double attacking here. One, I don't have Protect on either one of these Pokemon. And two, he can't protect both of them at the same time unless he gets super lucky. And even if he does, both of my Pokemon still outspeed both of his Pokemon. So he's in a really, really tough spot, and he cannot bring it back at this point. Because he didn't get the double Protect. And now my Arcanine guaranteed kills the Tyranitar next turn. Man, this team is so good. Super happy with this team. Now I get to click drum beating one final time. And that's it. So if my opponent switched out Drill, they actually had a pretty good chance. Because the Drill would have been a lot stronger than what it was. But it probably didn't have anything to be able to touch my Rillaboom. And as you saw, high horsepower did kill it from that range. So I just need to live one attack with it. And there it is. So that is 3 wins today. Of course, we're not in Master Ball tier yet. However, I believe after this game we are. We did go up 2 ranks in 3 battles with this team. Let's see. Let's quit battling. And then we go to ranked. And then I think X's update, right? Let me turn off my face cam real quick. Yeah, X's update. Okay. So I want to see if I got to rank 10. If I did, that'd be lit. This team is so good, though. Love this team. Okay, so we're really close to rank 10, but guys, that is 3 wins with this team. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like down below for me. Also, make sure you check out all the links in the description below to my Discord, my Twitter, stuff like that, my Twitch. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.